Okay, we are live now. A moot is a fox theater of war that trains you for the real life cut and thrust of war. In a moot court competition, the process itself is the result, meaning thereby, participation itself is a win for all the participants who learn the nuances of law in the process of the competition. A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Mohammad Sufyan Khan, student convener of First National Moot Court Competition, welcomes you all to attend the maiden and dream project of Moot Court and Debating Society, Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow. Mooting can best be described as an activity that comes closest to being a lawyer while still studying at law school. It involves identifying legal issues out of complex factual scenario for doing exhaustive research on those issues to advance argument with authorities, followed by drafting extensive written submission, and finally the grueling orals before a bench of eminent judges. In a nutshell, it is everything a lawyer is expected to do once he starts practicing law. The Faculty of Law, in order to achieve the aforesaid purpose, established the Moot Court and Debating Society in the year 2020, which is constantly working towards organizing various events like poster making competition, skit competition, debate competition, national judgment writing competition, and provides the platform to the ardent mooters in various national moot court competitions with the help of faculty members and the students. The first National Moot Court Competition is a maiden project in the direction of organizing national event involving leading universities of the country. We received numerous registration and we are glad to announce that top 44 teams of the leading universities of the country are selected for the main play. The prominent among them who joined us within 10 days of the notification are University Law College, Bangalore, Maharashtra National Law University, Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia Islamia, North Bengal University, Symbiosis Law School, Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, and many more. Now, with great enthusiasm, I consider it a great honor to welcome Dr. Naseem Ahmed Sir, Dean and Head, Faculty of Law, to come on screen for the opening and welcoming remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sufyan.
So you please proceed.
Good morning to all present here. I feel immensely honored for getting the opportunity for welcome such eminent personalities, which includes professionals, researchers, advocates, and students who have come and joined together from all across the country. I, Dr. Naseem Ahmed, on behalf of the Faculty of Law, extended my generous welcome to Dean Student Welfare, Professor Monowar Khalid, sir, who is gracious the event as co-patron. I express my heartfelt gratitude and deepest greetings to greet our eminent chief guest, Dr. Humayun Rashid Khan, sir, Additional Director Research, Judicial Training and Research Institute, Lucknow, who is a remarkable judge and good academician, who are indeed privileged to have you among us. My sincere appreciation goes to our esteemed guest of honor, Advocate Rakesh Chaudhary, President, Awadh Bar Association, who is practicing as an advocate in the Honorable High Court and a renowned advocate in Lucknow. We express our gratitude for accepting an invitation to grace this event. My profound gratitude to the deans, heads, directors, faculty members, and other authorities of the university. Law is a system of rules which a particular country or community recognize as regulating the action of its member and which it may enforce by imposition of penalties. Judges, lawyers are directly connected to law. But the lawyers deserve special mention as they are the problem solvers. They help people, they help the judges to take the right decision, help people to establish their rights, and help to ensure justice. Today, Law student will become a lawyer in future. To be a good lawyer, a law student must develop himself both theoretical and practically. Most of the law students have no idea of what will have to be done by them practically in the courts in the near future. Making them memorize the section of various acts should not be the prime concern of legal education. They are the future lawyers and they will ensure justice for the people of India. Law and order in this country will benefit from them in the near future. So, they must be given practical knowledge of legal education. So, what to do now? A moot court exercise is the possible answer to his question. Moot court means a mock court at which law students argue imaginary case for practice, which usually involves drafting briefs and participating in oral arguments. There is a proverb that practice make a man perfect. At law school, the closest experience that a law student can get to appear in court is mooting. The students are given a hypothetical case in their hands and they research, frame arguments, prepare briefs, and appear before judge to argue the case. Mooting is a better way to learn the law than to read, interpret, comprehend, and understand research, frame arguments, and rights. Mooting delivers a holistic approach to learning the law. It trains a student on how to find the relevant law, develops abstract thinking, and facilitates understanding of the latest legal updates. Mooting helps a student understanding the value of teamwork. For this purpose, the Faculty of Law Integral University is organizing the National Moot Court Competition. I believe this practical orientation program will help law students a lot to excel as a lawyer and judges in future. Lastly, I extend a hearty greeting to our most valued guests, deans, directors, heads of the department, participants, colleagues, and my dear students. I would like to congratulate the Moot Court Society and the faculty of the Department of Law who worked meticulously hard from its conceptualization period till today. So, finally, the day arrived, and with my words of in-depthness, I once again welcome everyone witnessing this event and wish all the participants to very best of luck for their mooting. Thank you all once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm wishes. Now, I take this privilege to invite our co-patron of the event, Professor Dr. M.A. Khalid, sir, to please come on screen and enlighten us with his words of wisdom. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, SUFIYAN. Well, vision without action is a daydream. An action
Sir, kindly
without vision in a
turn on your
nightmare.
mic.
Good morning to one and all present here. We all are
Sorry to
gathered
interrupt you,
here.
sir. Kindly turn on your mic, please.
Please check it is on, I think. Can you hear me?
Sir, you are audible, sir. Please continue, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, vision without action is a daydream. An action without vision is a nightmare. Good morning to one and all present here. We all are gathered here to witness the very first National Moot Court competition organized by Moot Court and Debating Society, Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow. The Faculty of Law always tries to experiment something new in terms of organizing events, both national and international level. And with this, it came up with the idea of a moot court involving participants across the nation. I, Professor Monowar Khalid, Dean Student Welfare, on behalf of the entire Integral University fraternity, welcomes you all in this 3-day mega event of Faculty of Law. A moot court is a replica of real court proceedings. The purpose of the moot court competitions is to make students aware of the court proceedings related to disputes between parties. These competitions are organized mostly in law schools for students who wish to pursue their careers as lawyers, judges, and arbitrators. This practice helps in the development of legal skills research acumen, and speaking skills. The process of mooting is not the same as public speaking or debating. Moot courts are more interactive in nature and there is cross questioning. Moot courts have two teams, defendants and respondents. The mooting presents a hypothetical case, and both teams are required to research it and represent their arguments. The mooting culture began in India in 1981 and since then has been used as a tool of persuasive advocacy to train the future generation of lawyers. Moot courts are organized in law schools to intellectually stimulate students to develop skills that will be of great importance in the future. The legal areas covered under moot courts are public international law, human rights, arbitration, international criminal law, law of the sea convention, etc. A moot court competition provides the students with a foundational platform so that students can be prepared to face the professional rivalry, qualifying which requires a few steps. The Faculty of Law, Integral University, through its most progressive and multitasking moot court and debating society, has planned this 3 days national event where more than 40 teams across the nations from leading national law universities, central universities, state universities, private universities are participating. I, on behalf of Integral University Fraternity, virtually welcome you all once again. It is my honor to be part of this inaugural session and getting an opportunity to address you all. I strongly feel that such events should be a regular part of curricular activities which provides a stimulated platform to young and aspiring law students in strengthening their argumentative abilities and presentation skills with evidences and conviction. These moot trials, they help understand stimulated trials, especially as jury or bench trials, through creative and judicious assumptions, cross examination, etc. I would like to urge here that such events should also be conducted beyond university premises at village panchayats, where debating on actual issues of the villages can be organized for spreading awareness among them and also providing quick solutions and guidance to the local communities. I am sure our highly experienced guests will throw more light on these to guide our students for a great career in this field. I'm highly indebted to the chief guest, Dr. Humayun Rashid Khan Sahab, who took out time from his busy schedule to grace the event with his esteemed presence to guide and bless the student. Thank you so much. I'm also thankful to the guest of honor, Advocate Rakesh Chaudhary Sahab, who is with us for blessing the students. I congratulate Dr. Naseem Ahmed, Dean and Head Faculty of Law, who has constantly worked hard to push the department to reach the new heights. I also congratulate the faculty conveners, Ms. Shipra Mishra and Dr. Mirza Junaid Beg, for putting all their potential for making this event a huge success. Last but not the least, congratulations for the rigorous work done by each and every member of the Moot Court and Debating Society, without whom it couldn't be possible at all. So, once again, a very warm welcome to all of you, especially our participants, and may the best team wins and create a history. I wish all success to this important event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. We are charmed by your sharp fluency and blessing on us, which always inspire us to do our best. Inshallah, we will keep on continuing this legacy in future. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Life is not always easy to live, but the opportunity to do so is a blessing beyond comprehension. With this quote, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Advocate Rakesh Chaudhary Sir, former Additional Advocate General at Government of UP. He is practicing lawyer at Allahabad High Court, Lucknow Bench since 1986. He is also the president at Audh Bar Association, High Court, Lucknow Bench. Sir is also the special counsel of State of Uttar Pradesh at Supreme Court of India. Sir is also the legal advisor of various universities, medical institute, and hospital boards. Sir is also the Special Counsel of Department of Cooperative Societies and the Council of many local bodies. Now, without wasting much time, I request Advocate Rakesh Chaudhary sir to please come on screen and enlighten us with his insightful words. Over to you, sir.
A very good morning to all. First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers, professors, and students who have been able to put together this event today that we all are witnessing. As I am also the president of the Bar Association, and we also have to keep organizing lectures, events, etc. So I know the efforts that go behind such things. Therefore, I want to laud and appreciate all of you for your hard work. Back in the days when I did my LLB, we did not have these opportunities of mooting, debating, and exposure. In fact, the first time when I heard the word moot code was when my son and my daughter started practicing in college, participating in college program, and she started sharing her experience with us. And now it has got to prevalent around us also. And I often get invited to these competitions in different roles, such as today. I want to tell you that uh, several time in Lucknow University and twice in Petroleum University, Dehradun, which is the such a prestigious law college, Dehradun. Several time in MIT University, Lucknow, and twice in Ram Manohar Lohia Law University, Lucknow. I was invited as a chief guest, as a guest of honor, and all to participate in such moot court. I want to tell one more thing about me that I'm a first generation lawyer. I belongs to a rural area, district Ambedkar Nagar, and I'm a first generation lawyer. So I know that it is so difficult to develop in litigation field who is the first generation lawyer. I want only one thing more to you that now it is not so tough for first generation lawyers like the earlier when I started my practice in 1986. Uh, I also want to share that I always look forward to these opportunities of interaction with the budding lawyers in our city, and each time I'm so pleased to see that I wonder to myself that what will happen to our job if these kids who are so well informed and speak so confidently start their practice as a litigating lawyer. I am pleased to inform all the students present here who are young and apprised to take up litigation that in recent years we have seen the corridors of our High Court with more and more young lawyers, mostly first generation, who have all freshly graduated and chosen litigation as their first choice. I am proudly saying that as their first choice. And I am also happy to tell you all that those and energetic liars certainly know what they are doing so well, and every time they appear on the dais before a judge, 70% of the times they get a positive orders and sometimes also get appreciated for presenting their case. And that's a very good success rate, I must tell you. Also, I want to emphasize on the fact that it is not just that you all need the profession of litigation. It is litigation also that needs lawyers like you who come from such good colleges like yours, where you get the exposure at a very early stage. And now, when you finally graduate from college, you become so aware and confident, such that things like stage fright and hesitation that we took years to overcome in our times is not a big problem for you. I want to tell you that around 4 to 5 years, when I started my practice in 1986, I was so afraid to appear before the court. ये ऐसा था जैसे हम तैयार करके जा रहे हैं और 50% चीजें हमें भूल गई जब हम डायस पे पहुंचते थे. तो these things were there on that time, but today is not. And from your very first day in court, you take on cases which you do in the best of your ability and put in so much hard work that we at this stage and age are not able to. And also, so we need lawyers like you to take care of so much work like research, drafting, and especially thinking about a legal problem in a very innovative and new manner. I still sometimes learn many things from my juniors. There's no hesitation to say all this to me, and I'm always very proud when they do well in court and are able to play their role in the process of justice. A very big credit also goes to your professors who develop a scientific temper amongst you to question, innovate, and explore the different aspect of any legal situation and the law itself. Here, I want to quote the Article 51A of the Constitution of India, which deal with fundamental duties and makes it a duty of every citizen to develop scientific temper. Ours is perhaps the only constitution in the world which expressly mentioned scientific temper. It is the scientific temper that helped in developing secularism, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform. And then it is only the application of mind along with this scientific temper that will offer viable solutions of the present and future challenges. Today, our society is going through some many grave challenges, and it is a test for all of us. And from here on, we have a choice whether to indulge in our own problems or to play the part of nation building builders in our society and give something back to the community. Personally, each time whenever we as a lawyers are able to ensure justice and equality, even though by the means of just one client who has become the victim of violation of the law or misuse of the power, we get a sense of satisfaction of giving something back to the society. And in that sense, this profession is the most tough and also the most satisfying. Having said that, I also want to say that I expect and predict that young lawyers like you all will play a huge role in the catering the huge challenges before us and bring our constitution to glory. Lastly, I want to wish you all the luck to all the participants for our moot court competition today. Put in all your honest effort and most importantly, it is most important, enjoy yourself as that is the feeling that you all remember in future when you look back to today. Thank to all of you. And one more thing I want to say at this point of time, although it is not proper on my part, but because court is open today and I have cases to argue. Therefore, I request to all of you that I may be pardoned. I want to go to court. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we rarely get this kind of opportunity to listen to the words of great knowledgeable speaker like Sir. Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking and motivational word. And sir, we would like your physical presence in our institution in future and hope for future collaboration too. Thank you so much, sir, once again.
I'll always there when you want to be. always.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir. Now, moving on, it is with utmost respect and jest that I now introduce the chief guest of today's event, Dr. Humayun Rashid Khan, sir. He is an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University, who is a great teacher, trainer, and an overall pioneer in the field of law. Sir has a keen interest in public interactions on debatable issues of law, society, morality, and change. He has been faculty member at Monowar Law Institute, law officer at UP Commission, additional district and session judge Kaushambi from February 2016 to February 2018, and is currently working as additional director research at Judicial Training and Research Institute, Lucknow. It is imperative to note that this is only the surface of Sir's achievement. He has also been the editor of various digests, journals, and also has numerous books, research papers, and articles to his name. He has conducted extensive research in topics like dispute settlement of World Trade Organizations, moral dimensions of increasing commercialization, and its interventions in human life, the current importance of faith in public square, changing dynamics of law and justice in postmodern world, changing contour of medical negligence, to name a few words. With so many accolades in his academic account, I would like to invite Sir to enlighten us with his knowledgeable words. Over to you, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible and visible to see.
Thank you, Sufyan, for the kind words that you have used while introducing me. Respected Mr. Mansoor Alam Khalid, DSW Integral University and co-patron of the university. Dr. Naseem Ahmed, Dean Faculty of Law, Integral University. Ms. Shipra Mishra, the young, vibrant scholar and professor, assistant professor in the Integral University, who has been a coordinating link between me and the Integral University for this particular program. Mr. Rakesh Chaudhary, who has already left because of the engagements in the court. Awadh Bar Association's president, he happens to be. Dear participants in the moot court competition, all other respected persons who have joined this program virtually, good morning to you all and assalamu alaikum to everyone. I am very happy to be a part of this particular program. Although generally I have been interacting with judges, yesterday I was interacting with a group of CJMs who are still undertaking training in the academy. But today I have a very different kind of people to interact with, to speak to, and that is young students of law who are now embarking on the path of becoming advocates, judges, academicians, jurists, and going to be law officers, and so on and so forth. And my best wishes to all of them. As far as moot court competitions or moot court as a whole are concerned, moot courts have come as a historic departure from the legal education and its traditional setup. Because traditionally legal education has been focusing on academic aspect of legal side. And it was having a disconnect from pragmatism, from practice, from actual advocacy, which I believe is an art. So this vacuum which existed between theory and practice was filled through moot court competitions. And moot court competitions were very common in Western countries from a very long period of time. So many decades back, they started this practice and they produced wonderful lawyers. Lawyers who have created history of their own kind. But in our country, it took a lot of time to make departure from traditional style of legal education. And it was Ahmadi committee which actually advised amendment in the Bar Council rules of legal education, and therefore Rule 21 was amended, and an element of pragmatism was brought into it. And as such, case method, mock trials, moot courts, tutorials were introduced, and they started giving wonderful results. I still remember my days of LLB in Aligarh Muslim University, where we used to attend tutorials, where 6, 8 students had to go to a particular chamber of our professor, and there we were guided on certain topics, and our difficulties were undertaken by our professors. So this was a unique experience for me. I could not understand its importance at that point of time, as it came as an extra burden on students. Students in their heydays of young life try to avoid more responsibilities, more burden. So it was slightly a kind of burden for us at that point of time. But gradually we started realizing that those issues which could not have been taken in the classroom because of the paucity of time and the engagements of 60 or 80 students in a group. So it was tutorials where our problems were taken up by the professors, and they were explained in an elaborated manner. So there we started realizing the benefit of tutorials. Then I was fortunate enough to be picked up for moot court competitions in Aligarh Muslim University. One of my professors, Professor Iqbal Ali Khan, used to motivate me a lot. So he picked up for a moot court competition which was scheduled to be held in Jodhpur. So there I came for the first time in connection to moot court competition, and it was difficult. I realized that preparing for moot court initially is a difficult task. Why? Because good advocacy requires good research, whether it is in the moot court competition or mock trials, or it is in the actual court. I have been fortunate enough to be there in the Supreme Court of India as the Special Secretary of Government of UP, representing Government of UP inside Supreme Court of India. So 225 advocates were working under me there, including 3 additional advocate journals. So I used to go to Honorable Supreme Court off and on, at least once in a week in the Chief Court. And there I realized that how much hard work a good lawyer puts in. And besides this, going to the court of law, listening to the advocates, looking into the responses that were coming from the court, I had to attend some conferences with top advocates of the country, like Mr. Mukul Rohtagi, Mr. Shyam Diwan, Mr. Tushar Mehta, the Solicitor General, and Mr. Aman Lekhi. So there, what I realized that they were so quick to look into the briefs, which are of 200 pages or more than that, but they always focused on the points which were going to be the moot points in the Honorable Supreme Court. So this was, in fact, the research that was undertaken by their team of young lawyers. So for a lawyer, or for a budding lawyer, as you all happen to be, research, good research, is the most important thing. And then advancing your arguments or preparing your arguments on the research material, and then knowing your enemy. I recall a Chinese philosopher and analyst, Sun Tzu, who said, and I quote, "Know yourself as well as your enemy, and in 100 battles you will never be defeated." So for a lawyer, I must not use the word enemy, but for a lawyer, the opponent, to know the opponent is as important as to know your own case. Once you know what kind of arguments the opponent is going to take in the moot court as well as in the actual court, once you know what arguments, possible arguments the other side will take, you will already be prepared. And what possible questions the court might pose to you, if you understand that, or if you realize that beforehand, you will be able to respond to the question queries which are raised by judges on the moot court panel. If you look into the moot courts which are being conducted in Western countries, there the judges don't allow lawyers to speak too much. They keep on asking questions. So after every 2-3 minutes, they disturb the lawyer. What you need to do is you will have to handle that pressure. You will have to answer the queries of the judges on bench, and then you have to be patient to move ahead with your case to prove your point. This is how one has to prepare for moot court and for the actual court. In fact, research is something which is to be combined with the art of argument. Arguments, as we understand, are the heartbeats of good advocacy. Sometimes a lawyer who is not well prepared may get idea from the opponent if the opponent has to speak fast, and then might advance arguments then and there on that. But new lawyers cannot afford to do this, because new people have to understand first the nuances. Only then they can advance their arguments, which may be effective, impressive, and which can fetch results from the Honorable Supreme Court or any other court you are practicing in. Nowadays, most of the young lawyers who are coming from 5-year courses, they are either going to the Honorable High Court straight away or to the Supreme Court of India, and some are only appearing in judicial services. I tell you that law is now a profession which is most sought after. We have in our judiciary, in the new batch that is of 610 people, we have one of the officers who has completed BTech from IIT Kharagpur. Then he was working with a multinational company with a very, very good salary. But after a few years, 3-4 years, he realized that his future lies somewhere else, not in being associated with a corporate entity. So what he did, he started preparing for judicial services. First, he did LLB while being in the corporate affairs. He did LLB, and thereafter he appeared in the judicial services examination. In the very first attempt, he qualified judicial services. So he's there with us in judiciary, posted somewhere in Western UP. So we are now getting people who are earlier attracted to technology, that is BTech, or to medical science, that is MBBS. Now all these talented people are coming to join law. So the competition is also becoming tough. And when competition is becoming tough, you need to have a very, very good balance of theory and practice. Not at the fag end of your course, but from the very beginning. And for that, I'll request you all to be interdisciplinary in your approach. Please keep on reading something about social norms, something about the social reality, something about economic distress, something about the problems in our society and how those problems are tackled or not being tackled. And for that, you need to be in touch with good books. I may also mention 2 good books which I like very much for law students that could be very fruitful. I read a book 2 years back written by an attorney in the United States who worked for United States government for about 10 years. He's an Indian, Mr. Preet Bharara. He has written a very good book called Doing Justice, where he has talked about the art of advocacy, where he has talked about the attempts of lawyers and judges to search the truth, to find out the truth, where he has talked about the responsibilities of lawyers as a useful minister of justice in the courts, where he has talked about the responsibility of lawyers not to protect the interest of their clients, but to take care of the interest of the nation, to take care of the interest of the constitution, to take care of the inner constitutional morality, to take care of something which serves society in concrete terms. So that is a wonderful book. I believe it will give you a very, very good idea as to how you can turn out to be a very good law student first, and you can perform well in moot court and mock courts, and then how can you become a very, very good lawyer. Then I have a book from a very prominent English judge also. Being a judge, I cannot afford to sidetrack judging. So I have another book in my mind, which is very, very useful book. It's a book of only 175 or 80 pages. A very, very lucidly, succinctly written book on rule of law. The title of the book itself is Rule of Law, and it is written by Justice Tom Bingham. So that book, published by Penguin UK, is also a very, very important book that will give you a very good idea of rule of law, arbitrariness, then discretion, how to exercise judicial discretion, what are the aspects of equality that are to be focused in law, in theory and practice, how discretion could be controlled so as to be within limits, how the legal machinery can be prevented from becoming an instrument of exploitation, how a society can be prevented from all the negativities which could be associated with power that is being exercised by all the organs of the government. So all these issues are very well covered in this book, and there may be hundreds and thousands of books. What I need to indicate or point out is that law doesn't operate in isolation. Law doesn't operate only within the legal milieu. Law doesn't operate only within the four corners of IPC, CRPC, evidence, NDPS Act, COFIC, and so on and so forth, or Constitution of India as a whole, or any other constitution of the world. But it operates in society where sociological aspect is as important as the provisions of CRPC, where the police manual is as important as the provisions relating to arrest, where the restrictions on authoritative use of power is as important as the fundamental rights in the Constitution, where complexities in which a society operates, in which the whole system of governance works, including the legal system, including the institution of justice. This is all to be understood in its finest nuances, and that could result you into a mature, first into a mature student of law, and then into a mature advocate or judge or academician in the field of law, as your professors Dr. Naseem Ahmed and Shipra Mishra, or any other person in faculty of law, or Sufyan, a young scholar sitting and conducting the program, appear to be. So to conclude, I'll say that as lawyers or as judges or as responsible citizens of the country, we owe a duty towards constitution. The duty to generate legal awareness in whichever capacity we are, to be of worth to society, to be of value to the institution that we serve, to be of value to our society, to our family, to our institution. And this is the manner in which we can contribute, we can pay back, we can give the debt back to our alma mater. And I am very grateful to my alma mater, Illegal Muslim University, for making me whatever I am, whatever little contribution I hold is because of the thing which I have got from Aligarh Muslim University. The whole person from a very backward district, that is Bahraich, adjacent to Lucknow. I came from that district, and Aligarh Muslim University made me something of value to society, that I realized, and I'm grateful to the institution. I am thankful to Integral University for inviting me in this program as chief guest, giving me this honor, and giving me another opportunity to interact with the, although it is a monologue, to interact with the law students, which I always speak to and to express my views, to share my views on this occasion of first moot court competition at the national level being organized by the Integral University. My congratulations to you for starting this event, a very wonderful thing for law schools, law universities, and my best wishes for all your future endeavors. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your deep knowledge about moot court and moot problem with us. Your words of gratitude were full of enthusiasm and valuable information. It will definitely be help us in all our future endeavors. Sir, one more request. We would be highly grateful if we have your physical presence in our future event, and you please take out time from your busy schedule
I'll love to
once
be
again.
physically there because
With this, we come to
technology
an end
cannot
of
do
this session.
what physical
Last but definitely not the least, I would like to invite Dr. Abhishek Kumar Singh, sir, to propose the vote of thanks for today's event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sufyan. Good morning to all. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. I, on behalf of organizing committee, convey our deep regard and hearty thanks to our Honorable Chancellor Professor S.W. Akhtar sir, who is the chief patron of this moot court competition. I thank you, our Chancellor sir, for his blessings. My heartfelt thanks to our patron, Dr. Nadeem Akhtar, Pro-Chancellor, Integral University, Professor Javed Musarrat, Vice Chancellor, Integral University, for their unconditional support. I am also thankful to our co-patron of this moot court competition, Professor Dr. M. A. Khalid, Dean, Student Welfare, Integral University, for motivating us and giving us valuable advice. On behalf of our institution, I extend my hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Humayun Rashid Khan, Additional Director Research, JTRI Lucknow, and guest of honor, Advocate Rakesh Chaudhary, President, Awadh Bar Association, who spared time from their busy schedule to grace the occasion. I thank our Dean Faculty of Law, Dr. Naseem Ahmed, for his stewardship, support, vision, and commitment. I am thankful to all our teaching, non-teaching staff members and students who always stand by us. I feel proud and thank you for making this event a successful one. At the end, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Faculty Coordinator of Moot Court and Debating Society, Dr. Mirza Junaid Beg and Dr. Shipra Mishra, for organizing such a mega event. Once again, thank you all for your attention. Thank you.